August 1980, the Australian outback. A young family on a much-anticipated holiday. Michael and Lindy Chamberlain were thrilled to share the awe-inspiring beauty of Uluru with their children. They had a 2-year-old daughter and a precious baby, Azaria. Azaria, nestled in her bassinet, slept soundly, her tiny breaths a gentle reminder of innocence. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the campsite, no one could have foreseen the heart-wrenching tragedy that was about to unfold. Night fell over the campsite. The stars appeared in the sky, brilliant against the darkness. Most of the campers had retired to their tents. Lindy checked on Azaria one last time before going to sleep herself.
A short while later, a blood-curdling scream pierced the night. A dingo, a wild dog native to Australia, had taken my baby.
Chaos erupted in the campsite. People stumbled out of their tents, disoriented and afraid. They searched frantically for any sign of the baby or the dingo. The search continued through the night. The campers, joined by park rangers, scoured the area around the campsite. The police arrived, drawn to the remote campsite by the frantic calls for help.
I was in shock and consumed by grief.
But doubt had already begun to creep in. The disappearance of Azaria Chamberlain sent shockwaves across Australia. The story, a baby taken from her tent by a wild dog, captured the nation's attention. The media descended upon the small town of Alice Springs, the closest town to Uluru. Reporters, eager for any scrap of information, hounded the Chamberlain family and the other campers. Newspapers ran headlines about the dingo baby. The story became a media sensation.
Public opinion began to shift. Lindy Chamberlain, with her calm demeanor and her Seventh-day Adventist beliefs, was seen as detached and unemotional. Some people questioned her account of events. How could a dingo have taken a baby from its tent? Why hadn't they heard the baby cry?
Rumors and speculation swirled. The once sympathetic public began to turn on Lindy Chamberlain, painting her as a cold and calculating killer. The police investigation continued. Forensic evidence was scarce. The search teams had found Azaria's jumpsuit, but it was ripped and bloodied. There were no signs of the baby herself. The lack of concrete evidence fueled the speculation. Under immense pressure to solve the case, the police focused their attention on Lindy Chamberlain.
My demeanor, once seen as stoic, was now interpreted as cold and calculating.
The prosecution put forward a chilling theory. Lindy Chamberlain, they alleged, had murdered her baby in a religious ritual. The public, already primed to distrust Lindy, latched on to this new theory. The case was no longer about a missing baby and a wild dog. It was about a mother accused of an unthinkable crime. Lindy Chamberlain, once a grieving mother, was now a villain in the eyes of many. The trial of Lindy Chamberlain captivated the nation. The courtroom was packed with journalists, spectators, and curious onlookers.
The prosecution presented its case, weaving a narrative of religious fanaticism and cold-blooded murder. They argued that Lindy had killed her baby and then fabricated the dingo story as a cover-up.
We did not kill our baby. A dingo took her. We are telling the truth.
Please believe us. A dingo took our baby. We are innocent.
But their pleas fell on deaf ears. The jury, influenced by the media frenzy and the prosecution's narrative, reached a guilty verdict. Lindy Chamberlain was sentenced to life in prison for murder. Michael Chamberlain was found guilty of being an accessory after the fact and given a suspended sentence. The verdict sent shockwaves throughout Australia. Years passed. Lindy Chamberlain, despite maintaining her innocence, remained imprisoned. The case, though officially closed, continued to haunt the Australian psyche. But in a stunning turn of events, new evidence came to light.
In 1986, a piece of Azaria's clothing, a tiny matinee jacket, was found near a dingo lair.
The location of the discovery was significant. It was close to where other dingo attacks had been reported. This crucial piece of evidence, overlooked in the initial investigation, corroborated Lindy's story.
It suggested that a dingo had indeed been present in the area where Azaria disappeared.
The discovery of the jacket sparked outrage and calls for a reinvestigation. The government, facing immense public pressure, ordered a royal commission into the case. The commission concluded that Lindy Chamberlain should be released from prison. After serving 3 years of her life sentence, Lindy Chamberlain walked free. Lindy's release was met with mixed reactions. Lindy Chamberlain was free, but her name remained tarnished. The shadow of suspicion lingered. fueled by lingering doubts and the enduring power of the initial narrative. It wasn't until 2012, over 3 decades after Azaria's disappearance, that Lindy and Michael Chamberlain received full exoneration. A 4th inquest, prompted by the Chamberlains' tireless fight for justice, re-examined all the evidence.
This time, the inquest took into account new evidence about dingo behavior and the circumstances surrounding other dingo attacks.
The coroner ruled that a dingo had taken Azaria Chamberlain from her tent, finally vindicating Lindy's account of events.
The coroner's findings were a powerful indictment of the original investigation and trial. Lindy Chamberlain, once vilified by the media and wrongly convicted, was finally recognized as a victim of a horrific tragedy. The 2012 ruling marked the end of a long and arduous journey for Lindy Chamberlain. It was a victory not just for her, but for all those who had believed in her innocence. The Chamberlain case stands as a stark reminder of the fallibility of the justice system. It highlights the devastating impact of prejudice, the dangerous power of media narratives, and the importance of due process. Lindy Chamberlain's ordeal serves as a cautionary tale about the fragility of innocence and the enduring legacy of wrongful convictions. The media frenzy surrounding the Chamberlain case, fueled by speculation and sensationalism, played a significant role in swaying public opinion against Lindy. The case serves as a reminder of the media's responsibility to report fairly and accurately, especially when covering sensitive cases that involve the presumption of innocence. Lindy Chamberlain, despite enduring unimaginable loss, a wrongful conviction, and years of public scrutiny, never gave up her fight for justice. Her unwavering determination, even in the darkest of times, serves as an inspiration to others who are fighting against injustice. Lindy Chamberlain's story is ultimately one of resilience and the triumph of truth. Despite the immense challenges she faced, she never wavered in her belief that justice would prevail. Her story is a testament to the human spirit's ability to endure even the most trying of circumstances. The Chamberlain case continues to resonate with Australians and people around the world. It serves as a reminder of the importance of critical thinking, the need to challenge assumptions, and the dangers of rushing to judgment. Lindy Chamberlain's ordeal, though tragic, has left an indelible mark on Australian society, prompting reflection on the justice system, the role of the media, and the importance of compassion. The Chamberlain case is a story about loss, injustice, and the enduring power of hope.